FN-5-7. It's a used gun that's seen a pretty good bit of wear. It looks like it's been carried for a while. It's got holster marks on it. We don't know the history of it really, but it is an FN-5-7. It's got several magazines. They hold 20 rounds each, and 5.7 millimeter, a little bit, I guess it's a little bit larger than a 22, about the size of a 22 round. And it's just a jacked up round. It's supposed to have a lot of power with low recoil. We haven't fired it yet, but the magazines, you know, as a carry weapon, it's interesting. I mean, you get 20 rounds in a magazine, which is pretty good, just because of the small diameter of the round, which is supposed to pack a pretty good punch. But we're going to try it out here, see how it does. Now, I will say that it's a bit largish and kind of a, you know, clunky design, if you will. I hate to use the word clunky, but it's got a lot of squared off features. It's got a ambidextrous finger safety, trigger finger safety, so that you can release it on either side. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I'm just used to the thumb safety, but it's there. It is ambidextrous. The magazine release is on the left side of the gun. I don't know if that's reversible. Someone may be able to comment and tell us that. Of course, it has a small rail mount up front. And it does have a slide release, last round hold back. So we're going to try it out and see how it does here today. It has a good feel in the hand. It is large. I'll be interested to see how Samantha can handle it with her hand. But it has a pretty good fit for me up around the back area, around my thumb and all. I'm not fond of this area. It just feels a little awkward to me. Probably get used to it, but it does feel a little awkward. And the safety is very easy to release with the finger. It doesn't take much effort at all. Slide operates smooth. Not very much recoil. But it does have recoil. I don't think these sights are right. I'm aiming a little to the right and a little high. It's consistent. It's very consistent, easy to control. Minimal recoil, very, very balanced minimum recoil. You know you're not shooting a 22. It feels a little bit more punch than that. It's not quite as much punch to me as a 9mm would have, but so far as recoil goes, it is fairly easy to get back on target after you fire. And just looking at the sights, yep, sights need adjustment. You can see it's noticeably off center by, wow, almost more than 1/16 of an inch. The rear is drifted. So that needs to be adjusted. We haven't adjusted or changed anything. In fact, it's just a tad loose, so it is elevation adjustable. I'd have to shoot it some more before I could say I would give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Right now, you know, on paper is one thing, but just the feel of it and shooting it, it's not a bad gun to shoot. It's enjoyable. I don't know that I wouldn't just prefer going 22 or 9mm if I were plinking, especially if cost is a factor. I would just go with the 22. You know, I've always had issues with self-defense rounds being that small. And, you know, you can get self-defense rounds for it, so you can get something that'll frag a little bit when it hits instead of just the full metal jackets. I would have to give that some more thought before I thought about using it for self-defense. I'd had to do some more research on it to know if it was something I wanted to carry or not, if I wanted to carry a full size. It is enjoyable to shoot. I'll give it that. It's not, you know, it's not uncomfortable. It is fun. Like I said, I can't really give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, just kind of impressions about it. It does have a fixed barrel. It's very repeatable, easy to get on target and back on target. So I would say this is one, if you're interested in it, you would need to rent it and try it yourself to really decide if it's something that you wanted. And if you're interested in carrying it for self-defense, you need to do some research on it to make sure you're comfortable with that. I personally, I'm going to say probably not, just for me. But you know, then again, it does carry 20 rounds. What self-defense gun do you carry that you get 20 rounds in? So I'll let someone else shoot it now and give you their opinion of it.
I thought you said this thing was shooting right.
I
thought you said it was shooting right.
No, I was aiming to the right.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I was pulling it a little bit to the right.
I was going right, varying degrees
And high.
I could do it.
I was aiming just off the right upper quadrant of the plate, and it was hitting the plate.
All right. No. I don't know where it's shooting for me. I'd have to spend more time and figure out exactly where it's aiming.
Yeah, to put you on paper. It needs to be sighted in. I was fiddling with it too before I handed it over to you, so I could have moved it. Like I said, it's loose.
Yeah. Oh, it felt nice. There wasn't really any recoil. I mean, barely any. But yeah, it's not a gun that I like or hate. It's just neutral is the best word I can think of it. Or right now, it's neutral. It's not fun to shoot. It's not punishing. It's just neutral.
It feels surprisingly light when I first. I actually like it. Maybe that's weird, but the recoil isn't bad. I mean, it's more than a 22, but it's definitely less than a 9mm. So, there it goes.
They just top feed, push in like an AR.
Alright.
Nope, just push them straight down. Do you have any trouble reaching the safety?
No. I mean, I could do it with the very tip of my finger, so I got 5 rounds in here, and I'm gonna try it this time.
So how's it do left-handed?
It does good both ways. I like it. It's good. The balance feels right. It's got enough weight in the front that I don't feel like it's gonna pop out of my hand. But really what gets me is how light it actually is. That surprises me because it looks like it's gonna be very heavy. As far as the grip, my thumb touches my middle finger. So it's not like back here. My finger grips the safety well. With a little bit of reach, I can reach the magazine release. I can reach the trigger fine. You would think it would be too big for me, but it's not.
Cool.
So I like it.
So you'd give it a thumbs up?
I would give it a thumbs up.
Okay.